We've seen headline grabbing, integrity issues from the NBA scandal, game manipulation, prop bets scandals. How should the industry think about where to draw the line on these betting types?
The majority of all of that information came from us, the operatives, because we are so dialed in, because we understand the odds, because we understand the activity, we can see betting activity. We can hunt out quickly fraud, suspicious activity, et cetera. And so we all often now have become the policemen of the activity and therefore notifying the league of, hey, we might want to look at something here. That's the first comment I would make.
Can you take us through that? Like, how do you figure out that there's suspicious activity? What do you do? What's the call?
It depends on the activity. Look, there's anomalies in activity case. In our BetMGM place, we have 50 odd data analysts who look at betting data all the time, every day, basically the odds makers themselves. And when something doesn't line up the way we had thought it would predict, sometimes we dig into it because, well, what happened here? Why weren't we right about this? And through that activity case, which goes on every day, all day, we find things from time to time that you go, this is suspect. And we report them because it's not in our interest to have it happen. Because, by the way, we're the ones who are taking advantage of it.
You're taking risks.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're the ones with the risk. And so we're very good at that. And so we'll call it out quietly, but we'll call the league or we'll call somebody and say, hey, by the way, you might want to take a look at this. And then they go off and do what they do. And so to that extent, it's been an advantage. I think where we all need to be cautious and we all need to have a righteous eye is play and play. I'm betting on the next activity case, whether it's a pitch, a strike ball antenna, whatever the next play is. That's suspect and more so than the broader outcome of a game potentially. And so we just have to be diligent about it. I would tell you this, there's been enough black market activity over decades that I'm sure all of that existed and continues to exist, that I think we've become an interesting policeman in some of that because it's in our interest to make sure it doesn't happen. And so the other side of that coin is obviously some of it gets called out publicly because it has to.
Would you support the industry stepping back from some of the more like exotic prop bets, or is it more of a case-by-case basis? Like, what do you do going forward?
I think it's case-by-case basis. I think the engagement those prop bets bring are compelling. I think they're compelling for the sport. I think they're compelling for fan engagement. I think they're compelling for media, for television time. When a football game's 32-10 and there's 4 minutes left, who cares? Well, if you care about who makes the next field goal, you care. And so you stay engaged. And so I think there's a way to effectively monitor and effectively police it and continue with it.
Just on the human side, when you see someone who's making $23 million a year, risk everything for a few $100,000, like, does that just make you step back? Or like, how do you think about that?
It makes you step back, but you have to recognize it's always existed. It will probably continue to exist. And you've got to just be diligent about it. It is amazing to me, to your point, but like any criminal, I mean, go back to Ivan Boesky. I mean, what was he thinking about?
Yeah, Martha Stewart. All
yeah, there's a better example. Hello.